As this morning unfolds, the shepherd invites you into something many overlook but desperately need: the safety of his presence. Not safety in the absence of trouble, but safety in the midst of it. Safety that does not depend on calm surroundings but on a calm shepherd. Safety that isn't rooted in prediction or control, but in surrender and trust. You are stepping into a day already covered. Long before you opened your eyes, the shepherd surrounded your path. Long before your feet touched the ground, his protection wrapped around you like a cloak woven from his promises. You may not always see it, but heaven is more involved in your life than you realize. There are dangers you never noticed because his rod intercepted them. There are traps you never fell into because his staff redirected you. There are storms you never faced because his hand rerouted your steps. The shepherd's protection is not always dramatic. It's often quiet, hidden, and gentle. It shows up as a delayed appointment that saved you from harm. As a closed door that protected your heart. As an unexpected pause that spared you from a deeper wound. You see inconvenience, but heaven sees intervention. Let your heart rest in this truth: you are safer than you know. Even when uncertainty rises or fear whispers its lies, the shepherd stands between you and everything that threatens your peace. His presence is not symbolic, it is literal, active, and powerful. When the enemy approaches, he must first face the one who guards your soul. And the shepherd never fails his own. So breathe. You are covered. You are protected. You are held. But protection is not the only gift he offers today. He offers guidance. There is nothing more precious than the shepherd's voice. He speaks softly, never with panic. He leads gently, never with pressure. His voice does not demand, it directs. And while the world shouts to be heard, he whispers to be felt. The shepherd's voice carries peace. That is how you recognize it. When thoughts rush and swirl and tangle, his voice untangles. When fear tightens your chest, his voice loosens your breath. When confusion clouds your mind, his voice clears the fog with quiet assurance. He does not shout over the noise. He waits for your spirit to become still enough to hear him. Stillness is not the absence of movement, it is the presence of awareness. Awareness that God is near. Awareness that heaven is speaking. Awareness that guidance is available, not as a last resort, but as a first invitation. So today, before you react, pause. Before you decide, listen. Before you carry, ask. Before you worry, breathe. The shepherd will guide you, but his guidance flows most clearly into a surrendered heart. A heart that is not racing ahead. A heart not filled with its own noise. A heart willing to be slowed, corrected, and realigned. You do not need to know every answer. You only need to stay connected. Connection is your lifeline. Not perfection, connection. Not performance, connection. Not flawless faith, connection. When you stay close to the shepherd, clarity becomes natural. Peace becomes instinctive. Wisdom becomes accessible. You start to recognize his nudges, his whispers, his soft cautions, his quiet confirmations. And when something does not carry his peace, pause. Peace is your compass. Peace is your confirmation. Peace is your protection. If a thought creates chaos, it did not come from him. If a decision feels rushed, it did not come from him. If an opportunity brings panic instead of purpose, step back and listen again. God does not guide through anxiety. He guides through alignment. The shepherd's pace is steady, never frantic. He does not push, he leads. And the difference between being pushed by pressure and being led by peace is the difference between exhaustion and strength, between confusion and clarity. Let your steps today move to his pace, not the world's pace. Let your heart respond to his voice, not to fear's voice. Let your mind rest in his truth, not in your assumptions. He knows exactly where you're going. He knows what conversations you'll have. He knows what decisions you'll face. He knows what challenges will come. And he is already there. You are not walking into surprises, only into his sovereignty. When something startles you, it does not startle him. When something burdens you, it does not burden him. When something confuses you, it does not confuse him. The shepherd is never unprepared. And he has never lost one of his sheep. Not one. He will not lose you. Let that truth silence every fear rising inside you. Let it calm the tension in your shoulders. Let it straighten your spine, soften your breath, and quiet your spirit. You are led. You are guarded. You are guided. You are not wandering, you are being shepherded. Today, let your confidence come not from your readiness, but from His presence. His nearness is your assurance. His guidance is your stability. His protection is your peace. And when your heart begins to tremble, as it sometimes will, return to the shepherd. Whisper His name. Call on His presence. Lift the prayer no one else hears. Lord, lead me. Stay close. Guide my steps. He will. He always has. He always will. Stay near Him. Stay aware of Him. Stay surrendered to Him. Because the shepherd is not only your protector, He is your peace. And His peace will carry you further today than your strength ever could. Beloved, if chapter 6 has helped you hear the shepherd's voice and rest in His protection, then don't stop here. There is a new grace waiting in chapter 7, a chapter where surrender becomes strength and His pace becomes your healing. Click now to continue, and let the shepherd realign your heart with His peace.